Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be reviewing some Ittse beauty products, and this indie brand is called Ittse. I may not be pronouncing that correctly. I'm not very good at pronunciation, but I think Ittse sounds really cute, so we're going to go with that. So Ittse is an indie makeup brand. I believe they're San Francisco based, and they have a website where you can purchase all their beauty products. And today I'm going to be showing you some eyeshadows and some blush, but I have the website pulled up here, and honestly the amount of products that they have, the list goes on and on. They've got eye products, brow products, cheek color, illuminator, bronzer, mattifier, lip products, palettes, so many different things, and I've only got a little handful to show with you guys, but I'm super excited about it because I love sharing new brands and products that I've never heard of before, and I think that that's like one of the most fun things about sharing the beauty community online is that we get to see different brands and see products that we normally wouldn't be able to see unless we watched YouTube, because it makes, you know, the internet makes the world so much easier and so much more accessible than if you were to just walk to your local drugstore or go to Sephora or Ulta and the products that they have there, because there's so many beauty products that the world has to offer, and I'm really excited to show you guys what Ittse Beauty has to show. So this is the palette that I received from Ittse. It's very similar to a Z palette, but it's kind of their own brand, and on the inside I've got 5 eyeshadows and then I have 1 blush shade. So this is what my palette looks like. It's a teal leather palette, and it says Ittse across the front. And then it opens up and you've got your full mirror here at the top, and it's a magnetic palette. And we've got this clear covering here, which is really nice if you want to keep your shadows nice and neat, but it does have a tear off section, so you can remove this. But I think this is a nice option because I've never seen a brand do this before, and I think it could be nice if you're kind of like a neat freak and want to keep everything nice and clean. And then on the inside you've got your magnetic palette. Okay guys, so I wanted to show you a comparison between my Ittse palette and a medium Z palette. As you can see, the actual height of the palette is very similar. So it's just a little teeny tiny bit bigger. The Ittse palette is just like slightly taller than the Z palette. And then side by side, they're pretty close, but the Ittse palette is a little bit shorter. So the Z palette does come out a little bit further. And then when you open up the palettes, you can see that the Ittse palette does have quite a bit less space than the Z palette. It is quite a bit smaller, but it's pretty similar as far as height goes. But as far as length, it is smaller. Now, don't get me wrong, I absolutely love my Z palettes. I think these are so convenient for makeup storage. I think that they're the best because they've got your clear top here, which makes it really nice. So you can like filter through Z palettes and see what is in each one. If you don't have a lot of Z palettes, you probably wouldn't have that problem. But I personally have like 6 or 7 of them. So I like to be able to see on the inside, which you cannot do with your Ittse palette because it is opaque. You can't see inside. But this one does have a mirror on it, which is really nice because your Z palette doesn't have the mirror. Now, I only find myself needing a mirror if I am traveling. So for me personally, it would only benefit me if I was traveling. But if you are traveling, I think that could be really, really nice because it's always nice to have more mirrors. And if you have a palette like this, you don't have a mirror on there. Another thing about this is it does have like a foam to it. This whole section here is actually a soft material, whereas on the Z palette, this whole product here is actually cardboard. So this entire section is a very hard cardboard, which is really sturdy, but it doesn't have any shock absorption like this one does. So if you were to drop this, I feel like it would really hold its value a lot better than a Z palette would. I think it would absorb the shock and maybe protect your shadows a little bit better. And I also think that having the top to it, you can feel when you like squeeze this, that this is a lot more durable than your Z palette is. I know a lot of freelance artists use a Z palette in their kits, and I've actually seen where they stack their kits and they will actually crack the plastic here on the Z palette. So this is something that you could stack. You could kind of throw around a little bit more. It does feel much more sturdy and more protected. So I definitely think that I will be using the Ittse palette when I'm traveling, and it is smaller. I don't generally need, you know, a huge palette when I'm traveling, especially if it's just like a little trip. So I think that this is an amazing travel palette, and I think it would be good for those of you who maybe don't have a million Z palettes. You just like want one to put all your products in that you don't really have to worry about. So I think the durability of this is really nice, and it does come in multiple different colors, which is really cool, and these ones retail for $21.99. So right here I have 5 different eyeshadows from Ittsē, and these ones retail for $7.99, and then I have a blush from Ittsē as well, and this retails for $8.99. As far as the single shadows go, they are the exact same size as MAC or Makeup Geek shadows go. This one's an Ittsē shadow and this one is a Makeup Geek shadow, and you can tell that these are the exact same size. This Ittsē shadow does feel a little heavier though, so I think the pan that the product's actually in is a little bit thicker. It does feel a little heavier, a little more weighted, and you can tell holding the pan side by side that the Ittsē pan does feel a little bit thicker, a little bit more durable. This is Papyrus. This is a matte shade. It's a little bit more of a softer pigmentation, but it's great for a transition shade or as a highlighting brow bone shade. This is Changing to Flats, and this is a matte shade. This is a beautiful dark purple brown shade. It looks more purple in the pan, but once it gets on the eyes, it's a little bit more of like a maroony brown shade, and this one is super matte. This is Parra, and this is a pearl finish. I would also classify this as a satin shade. It doesn't have a lot of shimmer bouncing off of it, but it just has a little bit of iridescence that makes the product a little bit more blendable and a little bit more pigmented. This one is a lot easier to work with than some of the other matte shades, and it's just like a nice rusty amber shade that would be really pretty all over the lid. This is Bowie, and Bowie is a sparkle shade. This is such a beautiful color. It's a really dark green with some lighter green shimmers in it. It almost reminds me of more of a glitter than it is a sparkle. It just has bigger chunks of shimmer in them that you can really detect. They grab a lot of light and give a more funky, fun look to the eye. This would be so pretty for a nighttime look, and I just love this green shade. This is Ocean Beach, and this is a matte shade. It looks so beautiful on the pan. I was a little disappointed about how it swatched and applied. I really had to build this color up. It was so sheer at first, and the more I built it up, the more of a black navy it looked like, and it looks more blue in the pan. So this one I was a little bit disappointed in, but it is a unique color and it is very matte. So with these eyeshadows, the shade that I'm most impressed by is the sparkle shade, which is the green one here. I think that one's so stunning. I love that it has the big chunks of glitter in them. I think it makes a very unique color, and I just think it's so beautiful on the eyes. And the one that I was unfortunately least impressed by was this navy color here. I just found that that matte shade did not build up well. I really was having to build it and pack it up to get the pigmentation that I wanted. But the other matte shade that I did really like was the purple one. So I think it's just the blue one. I don't think it's all the matte shades in general. The purple one I thought was a beautiful color. It had good pigmentation and it blended out so well. It blended out extremely well on the eyes. I almost found that it blended out too much. Like I was blending and then the color was gone. So I would have to add in more and be careful to not over blend it. But I was much more impressed with the purple shade than I was the blue. This blush is in the shade Astrid. It's a beautiful light pink color with a blue undertone. It's a cool blush that is extremely pigmented, and it looks so beautiful and healthy on the cheeks. I am wearing Astrid right now. This blush shade is so beautiful. I love cool tone pinks. I find that it gives a lot of glow and like a very healthy finish to the skin. It has a slight shimmer to it. It's not too noticeable on the cheeks, but you can see it in the swatch on my hand. But this is so pigmented. You definitely want to go in with a light hand on this blush because a little bit goes a long way too fast. So definitely use a light hand with this, but I'm very impressed by this blush. I think it's a beautiful color. It blends really well, and I would be very interested to try out more blushes from this range. One really awesome thing about Ittsē is I find that their packaging is so adorable. This is so cute. I love the packaging of everything. I think nothing was kind of skipped out as far as detailing on the packaging goes. And the single eyeshadows come in little pans like this. And I just think the detailing and the pictures and graphics are all so adorable. Everything was packaged really well, really safely. Nothing broke in shipping, which is really important when shopping online. And I absolutely love Ittse's website. If you guys go check out the website, you'll see what I mean. The graphics are adorable. Everything's very easy to read. And the images and photos are really amazing. They have great comparison photos where you can see the different shades on multiple different skin tones, and the descriptions are really awesome as well, which makes online shopping so easy. Alright you guys, well that's it for Ittse. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy seeing some different brands that maybe aren't as popular here on YouTube. I really like experimenting with new brands and kind of sharing with you guys what's out there. And thank you so much for watching. I will leave more details down below so you guys can check out Ittse. Leave me your feedback in the comments down below. And as always, I would love to see you guys on my other social media, which I will have linked in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in a later video. Mwah!